This idea was brought to my attention by a friend of mine. A couple of years ago, we went to the theater. We went to see Mad Max, Fury Road. However, around here, after 2 weeks, it was completely gone, like it never existed.
So instead, we just decided, hey, Jurassic Park's out. Let's go ahead and go and watch that.
So after watching the new Jurassic Park, I realized that it had been maybe like 10 or 15 years since I saw the original, to go ahead and pop that in and give that a good rewatch. And I came to the realization of how excellent a movie that Jurassic Park really was, and why I liked it so much as a kid. Now, I brought this up with my buddy, and one of the things I remarked on was how Jurassic Park has a real sense of suspense and build-up and pacing that a newer Jurassic Park just does not. So while I brought the idea of suspense, he brought up the idea of, I'm going to say how the narrative is framed. And his idea was that the movie is framed like you're going on the adventure yourself, like you're going to the zoo and you're presented all the animals. Basically, it's the idea that the viewer is the one that's going on this theme park and not the characters within the movie.
The characters, basically, you really only see like the baby dinosaurs, and you see a little bit of the velociraptor. You're taken to the pen early on, and it's just an enclosed area. You get to hear them, but they're not seen.
And then the characters are basically given a test run of how basically the park will work,
in order to gauge like viability of the park and opinions from the scientific community.
And none of them are introduced to the animals when they're all together anyway. They drive by Dilophosaurus pen, nothing's there. T-Rex pen, nothing's there, and so on and so forth. Then all the characters are split up and everything sort of goes out of control. However, this ends up being what's sort of neat about the movie, in that they proceed to basically take the viewer on this adventure where they show each of the dinosaurs in sequence, more or less, to how they should have appeared to the characters within the movie. Like, for instance, Dennis Nedry, he runs into Dilophosaurus. You get to see that on screen. Then you got the two kids. You got Sam Neill, Grant, Malcolm, and the lawyer. They are introduced to the T-Rex. So if you think about it that way, you're shown how the sort of theme ride should have worked in a sort of peaceful environment, and then shown in chaos, however, in sequence to the viewer. When that was sort of pointed out to me, I always thought it was a very neat detail of how, again, it just adds to the suspense and the build-up. When you realize this is happening, you don't see the Dilophosaurus. It's mentioned, you don't get to see it. Then you see it. Tyrannosaurus Rex, lots of build-up, you don't get to see it. Then all of a sudden, bam, it's there. Now, of course, this isn't really an important thing for the viewer to latch onto, but it is sort of neat to analyze movies and you see details like that. Of course, foreshadowing is always a big thing in movies, but I feel like Jurassic Park sort of does it in a way that really enhances the film that you just don't see elsewhere.